My name is Dr. Elsa Olvera, and my parents are Martin and Maria Elida Ortega. Know her by Elida and by Martin. Grew up in Saginaw, Michigan, downtown Saginaw, and my parents moved us to Carlton, which is where I actually graduated from. I have one sister, a lovely sister. Her name is Eva, and married with 3 children and a husband, and lives out in St. Charles. My degrees consist of a bachelor's in business administration. I have a master's in career and technical education with an emphasis in human resource. And I also received my doctoral in education and curriculum and instruction from Wayne State University. My undergrad and my graduate are from Ferris State University. I was a typical high school student that really didn't even think about a career pathway and going away to college. It wasn't until later on that after I graduated, my parents took me on a nice trip and took me to a local certificate program, a career and technical education. I had a really great boss, Dr. Jack Nash, who was a dentist, and saw something in myself that I didn't see. And so he pushed and persuaded me to attend college. He had a coworker take me out to Delta College, which is where I started my educational career. So started at Delta College and then transferred out to Ferris State University. I was raised by my grandparents because my parents, like many of us, they worked all the time. One thing that my grandmother had said is make sure you go to school. So that's something that I knew that I had to do. But if I didn't have my parents with a strong foundation that would push me for an education, and then having the grandparent to also further my education as well, I probably wouldn't have done that. I have a great husband. His name is Pablo Olvera, and really very supportive. I couldn't have done my post degree as far as graduates, as far as my doctorate without him. In addition to the mentors that I mentioned prior, I've had a great foundation. I've had great parents, best friend and my sister, great husband of 20 years, but I have to also acknowledge that my godmother, Janie Castillo, has always been there for me, even to this day, so I greatly appreciate that. And then also a really dear close cousin that I call DJ, it's Maria Luna Centino. And but a big sister, always been a really big sister. And so with those 2 individuals, they've done greatness in my life, including my family and those other mentors throughout my career that helped me become who I am today. Being a Hispanic, being a female, and wanting to even go away to college, my mother said, "You can't go to college. You need to get married and have babies and be at home." And now I kind of laugh and I think back about that. But my father, he was a military man. He was a sergeant in Vietnam, and he said, "Let her go, let her go." And now I understand why, because he traveled, he saw the world, and I was able to do that as well. So as far as the struggle for Latino, we've always had to work harder. We've had to, dot our I's, triple cross our T's. As Hispanic in general, we have to work much harder than anybody else. Now at Delta, as a Latina, I'm really excited because our president is a female and our vice presidents are females. I'm glad that I'm at the location I'm at currently, and want to continue to give back to other Latinas that know that they can also achieve greatness and post-secondary education, employability, and have a career, not just a job, but have a career in their future as well. Advice to our youth. It's a great question. I would say don't stop. The only person that can ever stop you is you. Have a dream, have your goals, achieve them. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. If you can't invest in yourself, who's going to invest in you? But I would say just continue to go for your education and don't stop until you graduate. I always say make sure you graduate. Don't just attend classes and drop out and say that I did go to college. No, I'm a graduate from a college. So I'd like to be able to continue my education at a higher level of administration so that I can continue to bring the next generation and be able to advocate and mentor them as well, so that long years from now, when I'm old and gray and retired, that we have someone to follow suit in our footsteps as well. I'm known in our community as Dr. O. I've been Dr. O for a really long time, and when I first started off my career, I would tell people call me Elsa. And my mentor, Dr. V, said, no. They have to call you with that doctor because you're a role model now. And our youth need to see someone that looks like them, talks like them, dresses like them. Life's about making a difference, but every day and all day, not just once in a while.